Hi, my name is Leslie Moody Castro, and I am an independent curator based in both Texas and Mexico. And I curated the digital exhibition Repose for Artists based in Houston. When I was approached to curate this digital exhibition, firstly, I'd never curated something that was just purely online before, so it was a really new sort of experiment for me. But secondly, I was really struggling with what to curate that would be relevant for right now, especially, it's been such a difficult time for everyone, I think, in terms of the fact that, we can't share space. We can't think about being in community with each other physically in space because of a threat of getting sick or getting someone else sick, which is very, very real. And I started to think about the things that I really missed, like not only seeing my friends, not only inviting my friends to my home, but also, giving hugs without, having to worry about whether or not I was going to either pass on a virus or receive a virus. And I really started thinking about that in terms of interaction of the body, in terms of interaction of our bodies in space, and how, and if we would ever go back to feeling comfortable and feeling like a complete repose or a comfort of actually sharing space in the same ways again in the future. So this exhibition really looks at that, and not only does it look at moments of touch by each of the artists that I chose to work with, but it also looks at, just the idea of a body being in space and what does that mean and how does that interact with other things around it. The artists are all from various places in the state of Texas, and I'm really excited to work with some people for the first time. It is a group of 9 artists, which I'm really excited about. And I think one of the things that's really bittersweet about doing a digital exhibition is that this is actually a show that I would really like to bring to life and have the work actually live in a space together that we could all, enjoy. But as I said, this is something that is responding to the moment that we're in, but that can also hopefully live beyond that. And I hope that it is a digital exhibition that you all enjoy. Thank you so much.
My practice, I am a photographer and a cinematographer. I like to tell stories through my art. The process behind my work is always rooted in storytelling, reflecting the times.
We have both long maintained practices independently. We're both pastelists, we're both portraitists, but we committed to the work together.
I am primarily a portrait photographer, and I've kind of dedicated my practice to the politics of portraiture.
I'm an interdisciplinary lens-based artist, which just means that I work in all mediums, but primarily photography and video.
My name is Aida Alonso. I am a multidisciplinary artist, and I'm based in the border region of Ciudad Juarez, Chihuahua, and El Paso, Texas.
Yeah, all of our work is executed in pastel on paper. We develop the work both drawing shoulder to shoulder and sort of in alternation, one person coming in, stepping out, critiquing the other in this kind of cyclical way.
I always start from that idea point and then backtrack from there to think about what mediums are going to be best for that process, what materials are going to influence how people interpret my work. So sometimes that's photography, sometimes that's sewing, sometimes that's digital installations and sound. So it can really take any form depending on the idea.
The underpinning concept of my work is love, and that definition of love that I work through is a definition put forth by the Black feminist theorist.
I really work with all kinds of mediums. I let the theme or the concept that I am working on at the moment kind of dictate what medium it is that I used. I've used from rubber to grass, gold, silver. I've done photography, performance. And I think it's quite important to switch it up, at least for me.
To convey a message from another perspective to help other people see. And so COVID has presented such a unique opportunity to really see myself, be with myself.
This is really a reflective project where I am thinking about the relationships I have with people and also how these relationships are responsible for making me who I am.
We've been fortunate.
Very fortunate, yeah. The effect of the shutdown hasn't done as great a damage to us as it may have for others. We're pretty aware of that on a daily basis, of the privilege we have of having a dog and having each other to at least love on to some extent. You don't require as much outside contact with people as because we have each other.
We do.
Yeah.
I think we really are very fortunate that we take shelter in each other, and we love our space, and we have a very fulfilling kind of ongoing dialogue that I think sustains us very well.
It's been an interesting thing. It's given me a lot of time to reflect on who I am, on how I relate to the world around me. I don't think it's been necessarily the most productive time in my career, because I think during moments of stress, like we're not in that productive mode. It's hard to concentrate. It's hard to think about necessarily and processing what's happening.
As an artist, you're always taught, you got to keep going, like what's the next move, what's happening next. And I learned to be okay with not feeling like I need to be working on a project. When emotionally, spiritually, I just was not in a space to create, and that's okay. And I had to learn that that's okay. And I would be able to create and produce when my mind, body, and soul aligned again. So COVID has taught me to be still. Also in the midst of it, a lot of things around us are happening that are not so beautiful. And, in that you learn to be thankful for the things that you have. There's just the smallest things around you. You learn to be thankful for.
Creatively has been different, to say the least. There is a time that, as a maker, I think it's important to ask yourself why you're making, why you're creating, and what conversations you wish that your objects or your artwork or your paintings evoke. And I asked myself these questions. Why am I making? Why am I still creative? Do I want to keep making? Why is it important? What do I want to say with my artwork?
I'm doing well. I think there are all these modes of relativity, this way of looking through this lens and gauging whether or not you're fine through each one, as a matter of comparing our situations. But I think as far as health, I'm okay. My family's okay. I don't know about you all, but there have been people that I know that I've lost. And that was pretty early on, and it was very, things got real. And unfortunately, sometimes the gravity of things don't hit you until there's some nature of loss.
Right now, don't think about being productive. Don't think about being perfect. Just think about living in this moment.
And I think we hope that our contribution artistically, and the things that we're trying to testify to about love and embodiment and vulnerability, we hope those are somehow of use to the dialogue.
What is it about normal that was even normal to begin with? So take care of yourself and listen to what it is that you need internally and try to externalize that.
I offer everyone that cares about radical love, that cares about dismantling systems of oppression, not just for us, but for the future, for progeny, then I hope urgency, because many of us have been waiting for a long time.
Oftentimes we are taught that the thing that is outside of us is the thing that makes us better, cooler, more interesting, more significant. But the thing that is inside of us is enough. We have everything we need already with us. It's already inside of us. My message is that you are enough. No matter who you are, no matter how you are, no matter where you are, love yourself in all those spaces and believe it.